Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're digging into a fascinating bit from Anubhav Srivastava's book, How to Cope with a Brutal World.
Specifically, a part called Rethinking Honesty. And it really challenges, a virtue we usually take for granted.
It definitely does. He kicks things off by going straight after Benjamin Franklin's famous line, "Honesty is the best policy."
Right, and he does it with these kind of funny examples, like, should armies just tell their enemies all their secrets?
Or, yeah, should you just hand over your bank password? It immediately shows how silly a rigid rule can look in, well, the real world.
Exactly. It makes you question the absolute nature of it. He's not saying go lie all the time, but maybe that our gut feeling about honesty already has exceptions we don't always admit.
That's interesting. And this isn't a new idea, apparently. He tells this story about Abraham Lincoln, Honest Abe.
Oh, yeah, the lawyer story. It's great. So Lincoln's a young lawyer, and he argues two cases, almost identical, on the same day for the same judge.
Right. In the morning, he's defending someone, wins the case, passionate argument.
Then, that afternoon, he represents the plaintiff in a super similar case, argues just as passionately, but, the complete opposite point.
And the judge is, understandably, a bit baffled.
And Lincoln's response is just perfect. Your Honor, I could have been wrong this morning, but I know I'm right this afternoon.
So even Lincoln understood that sometimes truth, or maybe how you present it, is situational, especially in, a courtroom.
Precisely. It's about advocacy within a system. It's not quite deception, maybe, but it's definitely not simple, pure honesty either. It's nuanced.
Okay, so that's situational truth. But then Anubhav goes, well, bigger. He uses this example from the Mahabharata, the ancient Indian epic.
Yeah, this one's dramatic. Huge war, good guys versus bad guys. The hero, Arjun, his son, gets killed deceitfully by an enemy named Jayadratha.
Awful. And Arjun, totally devastated, makes this solemn vow. Kill Jayadratha by sunset the next day, or kill himself.
The stakes are incredibly high. So the enemy, they just form this massive human shield around Jayadratha. Their plan is just to wait out the clock until sunset.
And it looks like it's working. The sun starts to go down. Arjun's running out of time.
But then Krishna, who's essentially God in the story, steps in. He sees it's the only way to save Arjun, so he uses his divine power to fake a solar eclipse.
He fakes an eclipse. Seriously.
Yeah. Makes everyone think the sun is set early, so Jayadratha, thinking he's safe, steps out from the shield to, gloat at Arjun.
A mistake.
Huge. Krishna just snaps his fingers, the eclipse disappears, the sun's back out, and bam! Arjun gets his revenge.
Wow. So even God in this story used deception when it was necessary for, I guess, a greater good.
That's the point Anubhav makes. It's a powerful example showing that even sacred principles aren't always absolute. They can bend under extreme pressure when higher values are at stake. It forces you to ask, what's the ultimate point of honesty?
That really shifts perspective. He also brings in Chanakya, an ancient statesman.
Right. Chanakya's wisdom. One should never be too honest. He uses this analogy of a jungle.
Oh, yeah, the trees. The straight trees get cut down, but the crooked ones, the ones growing kind of haphazardly, they survive.
Exactly. Be the crooked tree, essentially. Be adaptable, maybe less predictable. It definitely goes against the usual advice.
It does. And Anubhav points out, kind of cleverly, that by telling us honesty isn't always the best policy, he's maybe being more honest than writers who just give easy answers.
That's his meta-commentary. But, and this is really important, he adds big warnings. This isn't a license to be deceitful.
Right. He says it's for rare times.
Very rare. He emphasizes that being dishonest all the time, well, that just leads to fear, paranoia, and eventually ruin. Nobody trusts you.
So it's about finding a balance.
No.
Not being a total sucker, but not being a manipulator either.
That's the tightrope. Anubhav sums it up, I think, perfectly. Don't be so naive that everyone fools you, but don't be so manipulative that you think you can get away with anything.
It's about wisdom then. Discernment. Knowing when and why.
Absolutely. Honesty is complex. It's a tool, and like any tool, you need to know how and when to use it properly. Context matters. Intent matters.
So this deep dive really shows honesty isn't just black and white. It's got shades of gray.
Definitely. And maybe for you listening, it's worth thinking about situations in your own life. Are there times when being rigidly honest might actually cause more harm or prevent a greater good?
Yeah. Where might a more nuanced approach be wiser? What are those boundaries?
Yeah.
Something to really mull over